Hi everybody, so for this I'll be talking about alternatives to suicide. So what we were talking about, like how some people, like depending on who you are, some people choose to have that as a choice. Doesn't mean they're gonna actually go through with it or whatever. Is a choice and it's comfortable for them. And then there are people that that don't see it as a choice for them. So it just depends on the person. With me, it's like I struggle with those thoughts, and like oftentimes like those thoughts appeal at nighttime. Usually at nighttime, you would think about it. I would think about once in my life more often at nighttime. For some reason, when I'm like going to sleep, and I can't stop thinking about what's going on. I have all these thoughts washed into my head, and I just would think about it. And oftentimes I would think about, like when I was in college or on the weekends, whenever Rachel would go home on weekends, I would think about it a lot on the weekends, the ones that kill myself. Just because like I feel really depressed, I feel really alone and empty and worthless, and like I didn't know who to talk to or hang out with, whatever. And it's like I'm not suicidal like I was back in high school. But what I realized, like the way I would describe my own struggles with depression is that it's like an Obscurus, a fantastic beast. Because you know, with like an Obscurus, like you oftentimes kids with Obscurus don't live to be until they're 10. They don't live past 10, and like because they oppress their magical abilities, and therefore like the Obscurus would kill the host or like explode or whatever. That's how it feels like with me. If I don't take care of my own situation, my own struggles with depression, then I'm gonna explode, and there's gonna be a lot of consequences. Like, yeah. And what I realized from that kind of comparison, I realized that like maybe when I was going to Salem for some stay, when I was going to college in Salem for the past 4 years, maybe there wasn't really improving my depression. Like, yeah, I thought it was improving because I thought of suicide a lot less, and I was feeling depressed a lot less, but I was still having those depression moments, those moments of wanting to make an attempt, and I've had attempts in college as well. So, but the thing is, like, I haven't really talked about, I didn't go to the school counselor at all until my last semester at Sam State. So I feel like I was oppressing it. I was oppressing how I was feeling, and therefore I was letting my own Obscurus bottle up. And so I guess I was like still kind of at risk, but because I was in Salem away from Worcester, I wasn't triggered as much for that risk. But when I finally talked to someone, a school counselor, about how I was feeling, and then now I'm going to Kiva, I'm able to treat it and have like group therapy and just talk about how I feel without being judged or make me feel like I shouldn't feel like this or whatever, or make me feel like I have to go to the hospital or whatever. I feel safe. I'm able to just talk about how I feel. And that's why I like to make these mental health videos, just to let you guys into my head, so to speak, and so you would know how I feel. But yeah, I really do feel like depression be like an Obscurus. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learn a lot from me and about how I feel when it comes to this. And see you next time, everybody. Blessed be.